Hi, this is David Sereda. I'm here with Seamus, who's actually my neighbor who makes your Vortex beds, actually, him and his wife, Abney. And was it last winter, Seamus, you got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer?
January 15th, I got the diagnosis.
So what kind of cancer was it?
It's adenocarcinoma, so non-small cell lung cancer.
Wow. And so the first thing I did when I found out that Seamus had cancer is because he makes the beds, it made so much sense to put him on the bed. And I said, it's going to take 3 or 4 months before you see real results. And Seamus went on the bed in the beginning, how many times a day?
In the beginning, I was pretty laid out after just from the cancer and radiation treatment that I got right after I was diagnosed. So I was on the couch a lot,
Using the bed system.
probably about up to 2 hours a day.
And you didn't get actual chemo, right? You got some.
No, I never received any chemotherapy.
So what I normally tell people who are dealing with cancer is use my bed system, because what the beds do, because they're Vortex coils which line up with all the different organs in the endocrine system. And the endocrine system is a huge part of your autoimmune response, which is the sex glands, the adrenal glands, pancreas, thyroid, thymus, pituitary, pineal gland systems. Basically, when you're stimulating all of that with electromagnetic pulsed frequency energy, plus the iron in your blood is magnetic, it's ferromagnetic, so it improves the energy and the movement of circulation in the body, which is because we're using much weaker electromagnetic energies than chemo, which is nuclear radiation. Basically, you're stimulating energy and cell response on a much slower, much weaker level. Plus, in addition, I recommend taking full electrolytes, which is lithium, magnesium, sodium, all of your electrolytes, and getting all of your electrolytes up. And plus, you did some other modalities. So you did the bed for, I think Abney said, for 2.5 months, pretty rigorously.
Yeah.
And what else did you do?
I started taking a number of supplements, like all of the top, I think a grand total of around 80 different supplements, which is a lot, plus about 8 or 10 off-label drugs, which are all established anti-cancer. They have anti-cancer activity, as well as they were developed for other purposes, but they happen to work really well for targeting cancer. And then I also set up a home-based intravenous vitamin C system.
Good. That's really important. You did the intravenous C as well.
It was remarkable. It was a lot of work to get it organized. And then I've just heard that there's actually synergies between intravenous vitamin C and pulsed electromagnetic frequencies.
Yeah, so that's why I recommend doing all of it. Like you don't just do the electromagnetic frequencies, because when you're taking electrolytes and you're taking minerals are metal, electrolytes are your salts, right? So which are crystals, actually. So when you take both of those and you're doing the frequencies through the bed system, you're causing the minerals to form ions, which is an atom of that mineral with an extra electron, negative or positive, on the atom, which gives it energy, right? We thrive on calcium ions, actually, in our body. So our bones are calcium, and they're trace minerals, and they're basically our lightning rod, if you will, to the nervous system, to deliver energy to the nervous system. So with cancer, and in your case it was stage 4, so you didn't even get notice at stage 1, 2, or 3. You were all the way at stage 4.
Yeah, I went 0 to 60 overnight.
And now, how many months later did it take? Because your doctor just gave you a bill of clean health, right?
Yeah, so a week ago, I think it was, I had the PET scan done on August 31st. So a week and or 2 weeks ago, and then a couple days later got the results. And basically, yeah, over the course of 7 months, just under 7 months from diagnosis to August 31st, I went from stage 4 to full remission. So no evidence of disease. So basically, they cannot detect.
Holy
any
cow, that
active
is just
cancer in my
incredible.
body.
I mean,
Yeah,
and
so-
also there's probably a spiritual or mental factor in there. I mean, you're a dad, you have 2 small children, and you don't want to die. And
I got really clear that I was choosing life. If there was any ambiguity before, not that there was a lot, I got really clear that I wanted to be
you wanted to be alive.
alive
You
for
were
a lot longer.
Yeah.
And so I did everything in my power, including receiving so much support from friends, neighbors, the community. Yeah.
And what would you tell to people who are battling cancer today? Would you recommend them using the bed and all the other protocols, or?
Absolutely. I'd say don't let fear get in the way, or don't let fear immobilize you. That's one thing that I did not do, is freak out or get stuck for very long. Of course, inevitably, there's so many choices you need to make about ways to move forward. For me, it was really clear: do as many as I could reasonably until my plate was full. I kept adding different modalities, and I knew they were all synergistic. So it's about not doing just one or just the other,
Right.
but doing as
All of
many
them.
complementary modalities as possible, and and start as soon as you can,
Right.
rather than sort of humming and hawing. Just start whatever is available first. Start with that, and just add as you go along, and don't overthink it.
Yeah, I really agree with not buying into fear, because the fear itself is poisonous. I mean, it creates huge disruptions in the gut and the chest, and so it's hard not to be afraid at stage 4. But incredible work you did, Seamus. We're all so
Thank you.
proud of you for recovering. Fantastic.
My pleasure.